First of all, Molly, congratulations on being the Calhoun's High School Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Let's kind of start back at the beginning of this season. You were a freshman, thinking, I guess, you were going to play a little bit of a backup role to Marjorie Butler, who kind of ran the show, Miss Basketball. I mean, she's kind of Miss Everything. Kind of everybody looks up to her around here. She goes down with a knee injury, like in game 3 or 4. And all of a sudden, you got to be sitting there going, wow. Kind of go through that whole process as that happened and what went through your mind.
Well, I knew I needed to step up big for the team because they needed a point guard, and I just stayed confident, stayed calm, and stuck with it.
Now, did you have to come in? I guess you came in that game. How did that go the rest of the day?
The seniors didn't really know what to do because that's all they were used to was Marjorie out there running the show, but everyone else was kind of fine, but it was a hard game to get through. I was a little stressed out, honestly.
Now, Shelly Collier's your coach, played a little guard herself at Tennessee. Does that help to have a coach that kind of knows what you're going through?
Absolutely. She expects a lot out of me, but she's also understanding with what you need to be doing, and she helps me out a lot with that, and that's always helpful.
Now, I got to ask you this question. As you're watching Marjorie lay out there and you're getting ready to go in and you take over and you play that first game, did you ever in your wildest dreams think that we'd be talking right now about you guys winning a state championship?
I knew we'd be winning a state championship, but I didn't think it'd be, I don't know, I guess I expected it to be
just a little harder maybe, or maybe another year down the road?
I don't know. I knew
crazy.
we could win, but it was just, it didn't end up how I expected it to.
Now you end up with a bunch of seniors here, pretty strong personalities. Marjorie stays involved, and yet you're the one out there running the show. How did you guys kind of work out, who was going to do what as far as the leadership goes?
Well, the seniors are obviously leaders because they're seniors,
sure.
But the point guard has to be a leader, a vocal leader on the court. I'm not really the most vocal person, but I knew I needed to be for the team to win.
Did you have a problem maybe deciding, like when you had to take over and score? I mean, you led the team in scoring here several times down the stretch. Is that a role that you're comfortable in?
I'm usually not much of a scorer. I don't really know what happened. I just played ball and did what I do.
Now, one of the things that you don't get maybe as much credit for, but I think is one of your big strengths, is your defense. I know your coach thinks you're a really good defensive player. How much do you think it affects the other point guard, when you got somebody just pestering you all the time? I know you've probably had it done to you. I
don't really like getting a lot of pressure put on me, so I try to do that to the other team.
Yeah, I bet that makes them kind of crazy. Let's go back to the state tournament. You last year went to the state as an 8th grader and kind of sat around and kind of watched things a little bit, got to observe it. How much did that help you this year as you went back there?
It helped me a lot because I just got to see the whole experience. I got to see everything happening. I got to see the looks on their faces when they lost last year, and that motivated me to go out there and win it this year. And
then you get FRA again. It's kind of like a deja vu deal, except it came out better this time.
Yeah.
You guys really had a game plan, didn't you, going in? I mean, what was it you guys wanted to do to win that game?
Well, we wanted to stop Derek Wyatt in transition. We wanted to keep the ball out of the middle of the floor on defense, and on offense, we wanted to look for easy baskets and not force anything.
I thought in the third quarter, I was watching on television, you had one possession that lasted like almost 2 minutes, and you end up getting a layup at the end of it. It was almost like FRA just went, okay, enough, just score and let's get this over with. Have you ever been on the other side and had to play defense for like 2 minutes? It's got to be awful.
I don't think I've ever been on that side, but playing defense for a long time is exhausting, and that's really what we were trying to do because we have more depth than they do. So we were trying to wear them down on offense and get the looks that we wanted.
I got to ask you another question. You got this MVP deal for the state, which you won. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
And that's kind of running in the family. Your brother Matt, also as a freshman, is also the MVP of the state champion football team here. That's kind of different. Have you talked about that with him? How crazy that is?
Yeah, we're really close, and he's very happy for me, and I was extremely excited for him last year. So he's excited for me about this one.
Last question I got to ask you. How does it feel when it's ticking down and you know you got it done?
It's the best feeling in the world. I was on top of the world. I still am. I still can't believe it, really. I can't even put it into words.
All right. Congratulations, Molly. Great job. And hey, we got 3 more years. Maybe we'll do this again.
Thank you.